Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 out of my 90 days challenge building solution for Africa with code. So for today's challenge, we'll be basically doing a weather forecast for farmers. This will help to do 7-day weather plus rain prediction plus advice. My name is Moise Chirusha. So the challenges that most farmers face in Africa is that they plant and harvest based on guesswork. So they don't know when to expect rain. They don't know when they can have a sudden heat. They don't know those parameters, so which leads to them to lose income, but also to have food insecurity. The solution that we will be creating is a simple web tool that gives farmers a 7-day weather forecast. It will help them also predict rain, and also it will give them a weekly farming advice on activities they can do for that day, and then works on basic smartphone. So there is no need of lot of setups or any other software to work it out. So we will be basically building with simple technologies, because simple technology can change lives. So for that, we will be using HTML5, we'll be using CSS3, we will be using JavaScript, and we will be using JSON for data storage, and we will be using Open-Meteo. So this is how the app works. So by default, it shows an empty page. So, and then you have to choose the area. So I'm going to choose Accra. If you are from Accra, please let me know. Accra is in Ghana. And then when you click get forecast, what will happen is that you will have the possibility to get the weather for this whole week. That means from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then it's going to give the advice for farmers like, for this, there will be dry condition expected in Accra. So it advises farmers to irrigate early in the morning, best time for harvesting and mulching to prevent water loss. But if we take Lusaka, which is in Zambia, shout out to people from Lusaka. So we will basically be given again the weather forecast, and they say there is moderate rainfall this week. So farmers can apply organic fertilizer. They have to do pest monitoring recommended, but also they have to do light irrigation where needed. That is our demonstration. Now let's go to the code. So our code base is very simple. There is a very simple HTML page here with a title here. And then we have a select button, which will basically select the country. And then we have a button here which will help us to generate the weather forecast on click. But also we will have two division here, one to display the weather and one to display the advice. So this is how our JSON file looks like. So it will have the area, but also the longitude and the latitude. So we have a few countries here, but please let me know in the comment section which other country to add. So we can add more countries as we wish here and more areas. So our JavaScript works in a very simple way. First, we're going to load the location, and that location, we're going to input it into this, and then we're going to add the option for that country. And this is the main function, get weather. So what it does, it gets the element of the city selected, and then it gets the latitude and the longitude of that. And then we're going to call a free API called Open-Meteo, and it's going to get the weather forecast. And then the data going to be here. So we're going to store the days here. And then we're going to calculate the rain sum, which is by default 0. And then here, we're going to be calculating the rain sum and also displaying the actual weather forecast. So, and then we're going to calculate the average here. So we're going to take the rain, divide by 7. And then if the average rain is more than 60%, so we're going to have heavy rain expected and advice. If it is more than 30%, we're going to have the rain, a moderate rain, and otherwise it is dry condition expected. And then after that, we're going to display everything in there. So that is our code. So the solution basically is a simple web tool that gives farmers 7-day weather forecast, rain prediction, weekly farming advices, and work on basic fonts. So thank you so much for following us. Follow the journey. Let's build together but also let's solve real African problems. I will include the code link in the bio. I will include the live demo in the bio, and I will include also the Medium link in the bio. Thank you for following us for day 3.